Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We're here to talk about Perfect Match. This is like the Netflix all-star show of Netflix reality TV stars. We have things like The Circle, Love is Blind, The Ultimatum type shows. What was the Ferry show, Brian?
Sexy Beast,
Sexy Beasts. What else do we
the
have?
Mole.
Selling Tampa, The
Yep.
Mole. Really great. So we're going to do a review of every episode here really quickly. Going to run through the cast, just our cast reactions. Then we will kind of run through episode one. Then from episode two and on, we'll just kind of be reactions to the events. Brian, we're going to run through quickly as I run through them, your reactions, and I'll give mine as well. Francesca, Too Hot to Handle.
Perfect casting.
Perfect casting. I've seen her. I didn't see Too Hot to Handle, but I did see her appearance a little bit with Damien from Love is Blind, and we will talk about that when we get to episode
She
4.
was a major character bill on Two Out the Handle.
I could tell from everything, and obviously, it seems like she hooked up with one of the girls, like
Yeah, dude, she
contestants.
was she was great on the show, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, great casting.
Yeah.
Joey Sasso, the Circle season 1 winner. We know Joey well. He also walked in with Nick, also a Circle player, Circle season 3. Uh, you know, Joey, great casting again. We get a lot of Joey background here in the episode. Joey hooked up with not one, but two of the fellow contestants that arrive off the bat. This comes up later on, but it is funny to kind of discuss like these Netflix people have become like these pseudo celebrities, and it is very funny.
He's like Mark Long of Netflix.
Ooh, I like that. The Mark Long of Netflix, Daddy Mark. Like that's
Just
actually
everybody
really
was like giving him like they're like, oh my god, it's Joey. Oh my god, it's Joey. Like no one else got the amount of like attention and like recognition that he did.
Joey and Francesca, first two people in, they had a little fling. It seems like a little Netflix party fling, but she's not a big fan of Joey. Not a big fan of him at all. And we will kind of see that maybe there's a theme. Some people maybe do. Joey might have partied a little bit. It seems like post winning the Circle. I think that's a theme that's going to come up early on at least. Um, Next, Sophie from Selling Tampa. I watched Selling Tampa. I watched Selling Sunset as well. Sophie was one of like the two I remember being like two of the up and comers. Kind of very aggressive. Seems like she's still running that business or still a real estate agent. So good on her. It doesn't seem like they are doing a second season of Selling Tampa. So this is really the only way you're going to get her. And Sophie, sorry, I was calling her Sophie, but uh, yeah, I liked her overall, at least episode 1 and throughout. Bri, your reaction?
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with her, but my hit on her, I thought she was fine.
Perfect. Carousel. This is Sexy Beast Panda. Also turns out it's the will they won't they with Joey. It's got like Ross and Rachel of Netflix reality love shows, and they definitely, at least the first episode and a half, really go through it.
That's an understatement.
Really go through it. We will get through episode 1 very soon. Um, okay, here we go, bro. Shane. Uh, yeah, it's Love is Blind.
He got drug test that guy.
Savannah Circle season 2. Kind of like Savannah's kind of a little, Savannah is the one who overplays her hand the most.
That's what she did on her season,
Did
too.
she
That's
really?
like what kind of what she did.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, she did. You're right. Oh my god, I just thought about it. Yeah, she did. That is so funny. Oh, we'll get there. Dom from the Mole. Nice to see a Mole appearance, and seems like we'll have another Mole contestant coming later on. The winner coming later on, which is going to be interesting.
Mhm. I like
Um,
Don.
my final one and one of my favorites, Zay.
I like Zay, man.
I love
I'm sad
Zay.
that he didn't get enough of him.
Zay is nuts. I mean, you can admit like Zay is nuts though. But he's so self-aware. Like so
Mm.
self-aware. And like I said, we'll get through Zay in episode 1 and 2 here. But
We missed Enos.
no, well, yeah, I have one more. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, Ines. The Circle France, the French girl who doesn't French kiss.
I really like her.
But that kind of to be contradictory very soon, and especially in episode 2, which talks about not being a good French kisser. Let's get into when they first meet, Brian. Everyone's there. One of the quotes that I think kind of exemplifies that they all have a little F boy in them.
Yes. And girl.
Oh, well, they all admit that too. Francesca admits it right away. Francesca talks about wanting guys to worship her. I feel like that's probably happened a lot. But unfortunately for her, slash fortunately, not what she's gonna get right away. And something that she kind of questions, and we will get there. Let's get this off the bat too. Daddy Nick is a cornball.
Yeah. I wrote
Cornball.
down he has no game.
No game, dude. No game. Um, we'll see. He actually he gets a lot of props though throughout the first week. But episode one, still kind of we're getting introduced to him. We get the carousel stuff, the carousel and Joey history. She had slid into his DMs. They had a fling. They dated a little bit. He was commitment phobe. Then they tried again. Basically, the same thing happened. Now it's fate that they're on the show together, and they are the first people that match up. And we'll get into the rules here in a second, but they are the first ones that decide to match up.
She there. I like her, but she's like super forward.
She's nuts.
No
I love
filter.
her commentary.
Yeah, it's
Let's
good.
talk about the match system now, Bry, since we had the first one come up there. Really cool. It's like a Love is Blind, not Love, it's like Love Island combined with Bachelor in Paradise, but also with almost like a little bit of like a challenge, like the challenge room, like the boardrooms, like reminds me of the challenge. Like, and I love it. Like, I think this has tons of like multiple season paths now. Like, there's just so many Netflix people now too. Like,
Mhm.
this is gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, also like Love is Blind too, where you agree to be with the person. I like that. It's
No,
cool.
the blind date stuff is pretty sinister, and I'm really looking forward to next week with the big dump because
Yeah,
like
they left us on a good cliffhanger. I know we're jumping ahead, but they did a
no, for sure. And you're a big Love Island guy and stuff too, and it really like heats up once there's been time for the relationships to
Mhm.
percolate, and there's been some conflict, and some couples feel like they've made it through the forest, and then it's like, oh no, you have not, right? And that's like next week. That's what the next 4 episodes will be. But let's continue. Um, there was Zayn and Sophia. They have some fun banter. Innes and Shane are a quick early match as well. Um, Nick, okay, here we go. This is we're talking about the no game. He's plotting to interrupt. He's trying to pull like a bachelor tactic here to interrupt the conversations, and I don't appreciate it.
Just yeah, like just go talk to her, or like why'd you wait so long? That's why you just yeah.
Is right, Brian. Um, Francesca though, which he matches with Dom. Let's talk Dom. Are you a Dom guy?
I like Dom.
Dom's a sweetheart. I know I like Dom. He's humble. Dom was the only dude that was like, she ain't even gonna be interested in me, and he like was the last one to go talk to her. And
Right.
it did seem a little challenge motivated though. She did ask like, we do a challenge, we're gonna win, and he's like, yeah. And so then right, she's like, all right, cool. So to me at the time, again, her more though. Is that in line?
Did they get money? I think they get money at the end. That's right.
Yes, they get money.
Yeah. So yeah, I can see that. But if she is truly there for the right reasons, like, and he's the opposite of what she normally gets, like maybe she didn't voice that, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but I'm happy with that match. I'm glad she's not with Nick. Then we see them all the time. Like I don't we see Francesca so much, so but then we get to see a lot of Dom. I couldn't stand seeing more Nick than we already do.
Yeah. So Nick, speaking of Nick, had the most awkward moment of episode one where he tries to chase them down the staircase. She turns around and says, I think you missed your shot.
Yeah,
Bang.
she's like he's like on her like a jacket, like
Goes
draped
right back
over
to
it.
Savannah, though, for their strategic match. They've had that plan. Other match was Zay and Sophia.
Mhm.
The challenge, we'll go quickly through the challenge and the first deliberation. The challenge was fact or cap. I liked it. Um, Calling out the wrong name during sex. Joey kind of a little overreacted the carousels thing, but
Mhm.
at this point, they're still kind of butting heads. They're matched, but they're
Yeah.
the sexident. Uh, yeah. Francesca, the tampon story.
I have not the exact same thing, but I have had something along those lines.
Oh boy. All right. And
That's for the
Joe,
Patreon.
that's for the Patreon. Joey's hung up on his ex. God, I feel like God, that's you did this 8 minutes in. Thanks, Brian. That could have led the video now. Um, Francesca puts Joey on blast to Carousel. Carousel opened to sending Joey home. Whew. Blind date number one and slash deliberation in the boardroom. Damien, Love is Blind, Chase, Two Out the Handle, Calvin, The Circle, Will, The Mole are the four available. Match you for yourself. You can help or screw others. Two guys. So Nick, obviously, Nick, they had won the challenge. Nick has no motivation. Nick Savannah. There's no motivation to bring anyone in for Savannah. I don't blame him. So they do a carousel and Chase and an Anne, Sophia, and Calvin match. Chase, we'll talk a lot about Chase in the episode 2 review, so we're not going to go far in the Chase right now. He does try to do the Batman quote, but he butchers it. What he was trying to say was he was the hero we need, not the hero we deserve. I'm not even going to say what he said because it was just so far off. Chase is from Too Hot to Handle.
Oh yeah.
Do
Know all
you
about Chase.
Okay, good. We'll talk. Chase is going to be episode 2, Brian. That's our episode 2 topic. I did laugh at Calvin saying that Calvin's a private chef. He does say, I'm going to die off, so I do want to have someone with my seed.
Yeah, some of those confessionals are great. Can I say something about Nick Lachey real quick? Like,
I have a whole Nick Lachey tinfoil hat
let's just
theory,
do it
but
now.
let's go.
Vanessa being not like probably filming Hawaii 5-0. He's just I was shocked to see him as much as I did. I thought he was just gonna be like
Dude,
oh,
he was
here's the show.
chilling.
He's like, I think he's in the penthouse of that house. He's just over there like Overwatch.
Bro, he's so much more loose, man. She makes him nervous as hell. He made like one Vanessa joke at some point, like early on, like tell my wife that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like I've always sensed the intensity within that relationship.
I wonder if like this show's a little more loose too compared to Love is
It's
Blind. Where
paradise, dude. It's
yeah,
paradise.
it
Like,
is.
let's come on.
He's I
It's
think he's just
Netflix in
funny. Like
paradise. Netflix in
I really
paradise.
enjoy seeing him. I thought I'd be like, ah, be too much Nick, but I actually really like BD Big Daddy Nick or
Yeah, Nick.
yeah.
A big Nick energy.
Yeah. That's
Um, Carousel and Joey talking post Chase's arrival. A little bit of posturing going on, but then Chase and Carousel start to talk and start to hook up. Joey has a very upset face. Cut to black on episode 1. I loved it, Brian. I love this
really
show.
great. It's a good show,
I
man.
I'm loving it. I look out, guys. We are having a review for the first 4 episodes. They will all get released here on Wednesday. So we're going to sporadically have these out, and then check out our TikTok as well. We're going to go back and get some clips. Go out. We're going to give some of our hot takes. Also, check out everything else we're covering: Below Deck, The Bachelor, The Challenge, Ride or Die season finale this week. Are You the One? Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, Jersey Shore, Family Vacation, and MILF Manor will be back this weekend as well. Check us out also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. For myself, Brian, thank you. Peace.